What is that? What is this? Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amanda. I'm a small seller. I currently sell on eBay as well as on Niknax. My eBay store is still currently 30% off the entire store through the end of July. So July 31st will be the last day. And today we are going to be doing another unboxing. I had originally planned on doing this more as a live stream. However, tomorrow, today's Friday technically, tomorrow Saturday, I will be going with my mom out of town, just roughly an hour or so south of me, to go help my aunt out at my uncle's farm. And my uncle passed away a couple months ago, and so we're going down to go help her with some additional things, trying to help her clean up and all that kind of stuff. So I apologize. I didn't anticipate for this trip to happen so soon, but it is, and here we are. So I've already kind of pulled a few boxes up here with some interesting pieces, and I'll be honest, I don't know if we'll get through everything. Like, there's even a box underneath this one. We'll try. We'll get through as much as we can. I kind of want to limit the amount of items that we go through to like roughly 20, 25, something like that, just so it's something manageable for me to get through over the week. To start us off though, I did go ahead and pull out this picture that I flippin' love and got at Heart and Hand, and I can tell by the stickers on here, for $5.95. Although it is a green tag, they might have had green tags on sale. I don't know. I could have gotten it half off. It is signed here. It's got a printed signature, Leedy, L-E-E-D-Y, I believe. But it's also hand signed here as well. This one's called Stress Management, and it's got a little cat laying on the bed there, you know, just chilling, reducing his stress, I suppose. But it's in this pretty nice frame. Let me pull it up out of this holder. And no info or anything on the back of it. And of course, I haven't pulled off this cardboard to look at it, but it's a signed print and really cute. I like it a lot. Resale value on it. Oh dear. There we go. This thing likes to fold in. The resale value on it, I think when I had the video for this, I had pulled up some probably comps of other Leedy pieces, and I could not tell you right now off the top of my head what those comps were. I'm probably not going to add many, if any at all, comps to this video, just for the sake of the fact that I was thinking about it. You know, when we do them live, I'm not going to be able to present sold comps necessarily, other than maybe pulling some up on my iPad and just showing them that way, you know, as we're doing it. So I figured we'll just kind of roll with it. Let's just look at the pieces. Let's talk about them and stuff. And if y'all know anything about them, you know, comp-wise or any other just additional details on stuff, certainly drop it in the comments. But this was just a really cute print that I really liked. And of course, anytime I find super cute cat things, I have several of y'all in mind for it. This was another piece here that I found at Heart and Hand. I don't recall if I got them on the same day or not. Some of the artwork that I've picked up, I have, if you guys remember in my last box unboxing video I showed you, I have like a box of platters here. I have a little box with some artwork and stuff there, some randomness on the table. And so there are some hodgepodge kind of boxes. And so I don't know for sure that everything, what am I trying to say? That everything that I'm showing I got on the same exact day, I guess is my point. But nonetheless, this here I picked up from Heart and Hand as well for $4.95, orange tag. It could have been on sale. I don't remember now. You know, I really honestly didn't think about this when I was in the store. It kind of came to mind when I saw it was signed down here, because that's very much Fenton style. But it really didn't dawn on me till later that this actually is a Fenton piece. It's in the satin pink. It's not debossed with Fenton, so you can be pretty sure that it was a pre-1971 piece. And I would have to go grab my Fenton books to confirm what I'm about to say, but I want to say their satin pink melon vase, I believe, was the 40s. It might have been the 50s, but it's entirely hand painted. And then of course it's signed on the base by Vivia. I think it says Vivia A. So the artist who painted it. There's no chips or cracks to it. Super cute. I really, really like it. And I think a pretty good price on it. If I had to guess off the top of my head, resale value wise, probably $30 to $40. I don't know. We'll have to see. And before we get going too far also, I've had some of y'all kind of ask for, you know, like cleaning and prep tips and stuff like that. And I don't know that we'll be able to show much, if any of that, in this video, but I did kind of want to give you guys an idea of some of the like basic tools and items that I keep on hand for majority of items I deal with. The heat gun is primarily used to remove stickers. I have found on things like paper items and stuff, heat can work really well. You do want to be very cautious with it, as obviously the heat can affect the item itself, but it usually doesn't take much to initiate, you know, like removing the adhesive to make the sticker easy to pull off. And then I have other items here, such as cleaning tools. I always keep like an old toothbrush. This thing is invaluable as well to get into small crevices. Same thing with like a bottle brush here. I keep a dry old paintbrush to dust items, a couple scraping type tools. This is one that you get to like scrape the surface of your glass top oven. I keep some toothpicks, cotton swabs, a UV light, goof off. I try my best to not use chemicals, but there are times that it is necessary. So I do keep a little bit of goof off. Barkeeper's friend, same thing. I try not to use chemicals, but it works really well, especially removing like utensil marks in bowls and things like that. Vinegar. Vinegar is a go-to for me. I also keep alcohol, the isopropyl alcohol, basic dish soap. Probably should be covering up labels, but whatever. I'm not sponsored by anybody and I'm not sponsoring anybody. This just is what it is. But just standard dish soap. That's probably like one of the #1 things that I use. And then I always keep some painter's tape to help keep lids on things, especially when I'm storing them and stuff like that. I just like to ensure their safety. And I also don't want to damage the piece. And painter's tape is pretty gentle. It'll get the job done without typically removing, you know, decoration paint, all that kind of stuff off your items. So this is just a gist of some of the basic tools and things that I keep on hand and that I use probably most frequently. The UV light comes in handy a lot for even checking pottery for cracks. It's not only about finding if things can glow, although that is a wonderful feature of it, but it can also help you find damage. Things like adhesives glow. So a UV light has many functions when you're in the reselling world. Okay, so let's get started with our next item. It's another large piece, but I love it, and I got this one at Savers for $5.99. It is signed down here by the artist. If you can see it, it says Bobby 09, so 2009. It is an adorable, what are those, tabby cats? It's on a wood board, got a little hook back here. Stinking cute and so well done too. Really nice job, Bobby. Resale value on it wise, I don't know. I could imagine it going, you know, it's a unique piece. You can't just like go to Hobby Lobby and buy this exact one. So I mean, I would imagine probably $30 or $40 on it, give or take. Really nicely done. And I don't see any damage to it, any cracks to the wood or any chips or paint loss or anything like that. So I think that one will do pretty well. And it's kitty cats, guys. So, you know, another piece that I wanted to get listed sooner than later. And you can see some of this painter's tape, which unfortunately, as well as it works, it doesn't like the styrofoam or the foam pad that I wrapped this in very much. But this is that Bill Campbell tray with the crystalline glaze on it. I'm not sure how long it is. I don't have my tape measure up here. That's another item that I keep handy normally, is a tape measure. But I would say it's probably about 1.5 feet, maybe a little bit more in length. And it is, of course, signed on the back here, if you can see it. The light isn't helping too much. It's in perfect condition, no chips, cracks, crazing, or any other kind of damage. Resale value on it, I mean, Bill Campbell pieces generally had decent resale value as it was, but he has passed. I don't remember when exactly he passed. Not too terribly long ago, I don't think. But my understanding is that, of course, ever since his passing, value in his pieces have gone up. So what this one would resell for, I honestly don't know off the top of my head. I would imagine probably $100 plus. But again, don't quote me on that. I have no comps or anything to go by yet. Okay, I had to go get the dog. Lay down, mister. He's so anxious to go out and swim. It's like 5:20 in the evening and he hasn't been out for his fish catching expedition yet today. So he's quite anxious. Another piece that I got that is also signed by whoever painted it there. It looks like it's Anne G. It is an adorable little like sugar firkin. I don't know if she would have originally had a lid with it or not, but generally, traditionally, sugar firkins came with a lid. But this is very 70s retro style. It's got ladybugs, mushrooms, all the things. Really cool piece. I got it for $3.99 at Savers, and I'm actually kind of surprised they didn't have it listed for more. But this would be really cute to set like a potted plant or something in. I don't see any damage, a little bit of dust and such in there that I'll clean out. But other than that, it looks to be in pretty good condition. Even the paint and everything on here. It looks like she used kind of a thick, like acrylic paint. So it is somewhat textured on there. Just a nice retro piece, decorative piece. Would look really good. The colors on it too would look really good in the fall time, I think. What are these? I wrapped them up and taped them up and now I can't see what they were. They're small. Oh, these are all those little dried-in pieces. We got those not too terribly long ago. That must be what's in this little box. Is all those little pieces of dried-in that I picked up at the Bonner Springs Goodwill. Oh, by the way, this t-shirt I'm wearing, I got it at the Leavenworth Goodwill when I went, 2 weeks ago or so now? And I got it for a couple dollars over there, but it was 100% cotton. And I did look on eBay, you know, because it's Star Wars. I did look, this particular shirt is worth like $10, so nothing exciting there. But it's cotton. That was what was important. So we have this little one here, and I don't believe it's marked, but it was with all the other dried-in pieces, and the glaze on it very much reminds me of dried-in. This one here is not dried-in. This is Buie, B-U-I-E pottery. And I remember I think I had put some comps in the video on pieces by this pottery and by dried-in. I don't remember off the top of my head what they are now, but if we went back to that video, we could look. These smaller pottery pieces, believe it or not, some of them can carry a pretty decent value to them. The dried-in ones, which I believe this one is, yeah. Oh, and this one had the sticker on it still. It says dried-in, and then it has, like, I think probably the model number 104 incised on there. It looks to be in good condition. I don't see any damage to any of these little pieces so far, which is really great. Oh yes, this one and this other one that's in here I've had before, but they were in different glaze. They were in like I think like kind of a green drip glaze kind of thing. This one's like a mustardy yellow. I think they might have tried to sign it. It looks like it's ever so faintly signed on the bottom there, but I know this one's dried in specifically because of the shape and stuff of it. All right, this one here, same thing. I've had this exact piece before, but again, it was in more like that green drip glaze. And this one's just yellow. Again, I don't see any chips or cracks or damage. I do see dirt that will need to be cleaned up. $3.25 on this one, $3.25 on this one. $2.25, $3.25, $2.25, And we got one more. I don't remember what I titled that video, if I had dried it in the title or not. If nothing else, it was in the description of the video to help you find it if you want to go back and look at it. This one here, I believe, again, is another little dried-in piece based on pretty much the glaze and the style of it, and the type of clay that it is, if you notice the type of clay. So this one was $2.25. All these little dried-in pieces, I honestly will probably put all of them together. There is a total of 2, 4, 5 of them, and then this buoy or whatever it's called, I'll probably sell by itself. The little lot of dried-in pieces, I think I could probably list for at least $50, and give or take somewhere on there is where I would anticipate them selling at. Let me kind of just set them back in here. This little buoy one, I can't remember. I know that pieces, even small pieces by this pottery company, did pretty well. I would imagine, just off the top of my head, probably give or take $20 on that piece. But again, don't quote me. I have to go look it all up. And again, if you guys know anything on any pieces, comp, or just information-wise, drop it in the comments. It's always very appreciated. Oh, let's see. I want to grab this one. This I found at the Goodwill. This is the one, I think I titled the video like Walked Straight into Treasure, or Walked Right into Treasure, something like that. This is a signed piece of raku, Laura something, 1987. I think that's what it says. Laura, and then there's some other type of signature over here too. Anyways, this is just crazy stinking cool. I loved all this incised work up here. It's a very different piece than I've come across before, but super pretty. Not as heavy as you would think. Let me see. Just shy of 3 pounds, but the size of it, you would kind of imagine it would be a little bit more than that. It does look like at one point some critters might have inhabited in there, so I'll have to, you know, kind of take my brush. That's where things like this can come in handy. Getting into like these incised areas here to help dust those out. Same thing with like the Q-tips and stuff like that. But that's where that kind of stuff comes in handy. Resale on this one. It's like I was saying in the last video, guys. Raku, the comps that I've seen before, they go all over the board. I have seen small pieces of raku that are basically kind of simple, in my opinion, sell for a lot, and then larger pieces like this sell for not as much. And I don't know the rhyme or reason to it. If I was to list this right now, this very second, I would probably list it for probably somewhere around $100 and see where it went. It's like I was telling you guys before as well, raku is a very difficult type of pottery. It takes a certain type of artistry and skill to do this. It's a very intensive firing process. So it's not just a simple manner of throwing it on a wheel. This is a very labor intensive type of pottery work. Okay, now we got this one. I'm not sure. Oh, I think it's the, yep. He is the Italian bunny that I did not expect to be Italian when I first saw him. He was $4.25. Oh, did I tell you what I paid on the raku? Oh, I took the sticker off. That's why I didn't tell you. I can't remember. I want to say it was maybe $10, $8, something like that on that raku piece. But they had $4.25 on the bunny here. He does have crazing. He is a bank, but he has no chips or cracks or anything that I've seen so far. He is adorable. He does still have his little stopper down here, and he is signed, I think, with the model number 021 and then Italy on the base there. He's just adorable. I have no idea what he'll resell for. Oh, I lied. He does have a little flea bite to the top of his ear there. He otherwise looks pretty darn good. But resale value wise, probably between $20 and $30 on him. The fact that he's Italian pottery, I think, is super cool. Again, Italian is not what I had in mind when I picked him up. I was surprised to see Italy written on the bottom of him. But he's pretty cool. I liked him a lot. What else we got down here? Here's another piece that's wrapped up. It's got a cord. What does the cord go to? Oh, this was adorable. $2.93 for this. It's a little Nightlight made in Taiwan, so probably, you know, out of the 80s or so. But he's adorable. Little guy hanging out there. No damage to this, no chips or cracks. I'm not positive if it works. Let's see. Ah, he works. Turns on. So that is really, really cool. I like that. Resale value on him, probably 18 to 24, give or take, something like that. Just my guess. I think most of this box came out of the Goodwill. This was an interesting piece. This is designed by, is it Daher? It's Daher, 1971. Daher decorated ware. It's made in England. Normally you see these as like biscuit tins, that kind of thing. But this was just super cute. They had $3.25 on it. I don't remember if yellow tags were on sale or not, but it's got the butterfly here. Very retro, but oriental still, sort of in style. And a cute trinket dish, if you will. Resale value on it, probably 12 to 18. What's in this one? It's kind of heavy. Oh, this is, I think, Mikasa made this. It's got the Goodwill stickers over this sticker. Home something, original something Japan. But anyways, it is in perfect condition. It's one of those like heavy crystal frames. Theodore, that's heart-shaped. And it looks like this bottom part here needs a little cleaning, but it otherwise was in great condition. Resale value on them, it depends on the style that they are. Some of these can actually sell pretty well, surprisingly. Most of them, on average, sell probably between 12 and 18, sometimes slightly more. This one, I would probably expect 12 to 18 on. Might as well just finish grabbing everything out of that box. Because then I think we're up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So all these little handmade pot holders, they had these two in a set for $3.25 blue tag, but I want to say blue tags that day were on sale because I remember being excited that these were on sale. They're just hand knitted, hand crocheted, thick. Really thick, nice pot holders. They look brand new, like unused. So I honestly don't know their age, but they definitely look vintage. These are the exact same, just in different colorway. They were $3.25, but I think they were probably half or 75% off of that. So I'll probably just sell them in a set together. Rough estimate resale value on them, probably give or take 20, 24, something like that would be my guess. Adorable trinket box. I don't think that this carries a high value to it. It was $3.25. I'm assuming that was probably 50 or 75% off of that. I picked him up because he was in really great condition. This is kind of a silk exterior, and then it's embroidered up here. He's an elephant. He's adorable. I don't see any marks back here, but he was likely made in India, I would guess. The interior of it looks to be in pretty darn good shape. Resale value on it, probably again 12 to 18, probably closer to the $12 end of that. Then we had another little trinket box. Let me take his rubber band off here. And this dude, I know he doesn't carry a high resale value, probably close to $12, to be honest with you. But they had him at $3.25 blue tag, so again, probably 50 or 75% off. Looks like the sticker underneath there says Home Co. But that is ridiculously adorable. It's a little elf guy with his mushroom toad, and he's just chilling. But there's no damage to it. It's bisque porcelain, hand painted, super stinking cute. All right, and then the last thing we had gotten at that Goodwill that day, $9.99, but again, I think it was 50 or 75% off. And this is adorable. I feel like when I did the editing of this video, I was able to figure out who made this piece and found comps on it. I cannot remember what those comps are, but if I had to guess, I would say probably $20 to $30 for it. I don't believe there were any chips or cracks to it. It is kind of a frosted interior, and then on the exterior it has this sort of gold decal of the different little cupids and hearts and stuff. There's a little bit of some fade to the gold on some of them. Some of them look perfect though. As far as the glass itself though, there's no damage to it. Just a really cute piece. Obviously great for like, you know, Valentine's Day time, that kind of thing as well. I think that was all for in that box. Let me open up this box. Oh, this here is a Corning Visions piece. This is in their, I don't remember if they called it purple or amethyst or what. I guess I won't bother pulling the tape off. But to my knowledge, I don't think there was any issue with any chips or cracks or anything. And it was $2.93 pink tag. It's a cool little, what would you call it? It's not necessarily a casserole or a saucepan, but at the very least, it's a refrigerator storage dish. Really nice. I love this purple color. I don't see them in purple as often as I do the amber. The amber does sell well. I don't remember when I looked up comps what it said about this piece. If I had to guess, I would probably say $20 to $30 though, I would imagine. It says on here that it's Corning Visions V240-B, but that's all the info I see on it. I don't see the measurements or anything, but that's okay. Super cool dish though. I see slight minor, you know, like surface scratches to it, but other than that, it appears to be in really nice condition. Okay. Oh, I love this one too. I think this one normally had a friend that would have matched, been very similar to it. Who made this? What's in there? I don't know, some kind of dirt. They had $3.25 pink tag on it. Obviously, it is dirty, needs a little cleaning up. I do see crazing, which is really common. I like never find these pieces without crazing. This very well could be a California pottery. I do have a collector's book for figural planters and stuff like that, vintage figural planters. So I'll see if I can find her in that. She does have one spot, it looks like over here, that looks like a glaze chip, but it actually is a glaze skip. So outside of the crazing though, and needing a bath, she looks to be in really good condition, and I like her a lot. Resale value on her, honestly, probably, I would say 18 to 24. What is that? What is this? What is this? Oh, how funny. Okay, so this is a tiny little keepsake box. I think it's set on here somewhere. Baby's First Curl keepsake box. They had $3.25 on it. There's an original sticker underneath this Goodwill sticker, and that's sometimes where my heat gun can come in handy. I can apply a little bit of heat and remove this Goodwill sticker from the original sticker, leaving the original sticker still intact or mostly intact. It doesn't always work out, but it does sometimes, so it's worth a shot. This one here, you know, it needs a little wiping down, but it's overall in pretty good condition. I do see a little bit of the gold loss, you know, to his little beak and stuff there, but outside of that, pretty cute. Resale value on this wise, I'm not sure. I've never bought and sold anything like this. I just thought it was adorable. It probably, honestly, red tag was on sale or something, and so that's probably why I picked it up. But it is heavy. It is quite weighted. I would venture to say at least 12 to 18 on it. With the little bit of gold loss to his nose, he might go for a little bit of less, but he's otherwise in really great condition, so. That there. Theodore, we're almost ready. Hold on. What is this one? Oh. Okay. All right. This one I thought was really cool, and I want to say one of you guys might have been on this piece, knew who made this glass, and I feel like somebody said it was Hazel Atlas. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's what somebody said. But it's just a Hershey's chocolates little jar. Oh, it's Anchor Hawking. It does look like there's a little mark on the base of the glass. I think it is Anchor Hawking. Okay, cool. So Anchor Hawking apparently made it. But there's no damage to it, just a little what you would call advertising piece for Hersheys. I don't know the age to this piece. It does have the Anchor mark on there, so not terribly old, but adorable nonetheless. What is this? Oh, golly. Okay, well, we'll definitely include this guy. Is his nose okay? His nose is okay. All right, so this is a Bluebird of Happiness. I think I do have another one that's currently listed in my store, but it's a like tea light one, so it has a little pad that sticks out to the side. This one was $2.25 pink tag. It is signed on the bottom by Ward 19, I think it says 89 on there. So really cute, appears to be damage free. I love these little glass birds. I actually have some of them, but I think most of mine are the red birds versus the blue that I got passed down, like, you know, from my aunt and stuff like that. So I think I'm going to cap it right there for now. We've got a lot coming up this next week, and so I want to make sure I'm able to get everything prepped and listed and everything in the week time frame for y'all. Before I let y'all go, so somebody, one of my viewers, had commented on my last video about somebody that was whistling in the background at the Goodwill, and I replied back to them and said I was still debating on whether or not to like talk about it or discuss it. And the reason being is because I don't want my channel to be like a clickbait channel, you know, and show drama like this there, because that's not what we're there for. And so there's times though that when I'm out thrifting, getting footage, I've had several encounters, and it's oddly enough usually at the more at the thrift stores that are in the more well-to-do areas, strangely. But nevertheless, there was a gentleman in the Goodwill that day that was following me around, and not just following me, but staying right up on me. He never spoke to me. He never smiled at me. He never gave any facial expression really to me at all, but I would catch him staring at me. I'd look over and he'd be staring and he'd look away, but he kept coming up right up next to me, and he would just stare at the shelves. And I would walk away, he would follow me into different aisles, and I mean, he just stayed right up here. And I finally, at one point, and I cut this part out of the video, but at one point I'm filming the shelves, and I say to you guys, like, I'm apologizing to you guys for having to move around so much because there's a guy in here that's following me. And after I did that, he started giving me space, but he was always still in the same aisle I was, or just one aisle over at the end of the aisle, that kind of thing. But that's really kind of when he started the whistling stuff. So sometimes in the video you can hear the whistling sounds further away, and then it comes up closer as he's coming closer to me. And I don't know what his deal was, why he was doing that. But there are, Theodore, there are times, okay, if you guys feel like I was rushing through this video, obviously you can hear why, because Theodore is fit to be tied. He's ready to go catch his fish. So again, I don't like my channel. I don't want it to be a clickbait channel. I've had other things that I've caught on film and then cut out of the video and stuff because I just don't feel like it's something I want to promote in my videos. But that being said, you know, if you ever see me out and about and stuff, don't be afraid to come up and talk to me and stuff. I have people all the time that come up that either recognize me, or, you know, they see me filming and they're just kind of curious about what I'm doing, or they'll, you know, come up and ask me, do you have a channel and stuff like that. And it's usually very nice. Most people I come across are very nice, good people. But occasionally there are some very odd folks that I encounter, and I again, I don't know why. I don't know who this person was, what their issue was, no clue. But I don't want to also discourage anybody from going out. Like, if you're wanting to start a YouTube channel and stuff, don't be afraid. Just be very mindful of your settings. Keep your situational awareness, you know, about you. And that's very difficult to do because, you know, you're trying to watch what you're doing already, but then you're also already trying to watch it through the screen of your, you know, camera or phone or whatever, so that you can make sure you're keeping things in shot. Like, so your attention's already very much diverted from what else is going on around you. So just be mindful, you know, take a look around and keep an eye on things, because you never know. You just never know. But I thought I would mention that since one of y'all happened to bring up the guy whistling. That's what was going on with it. And I chose to cut it out of the video as much as possible, because again, I don't want my channel to be based about things like that. That's not what we're here for. So I'm excited about a lot of these pieces that we showed today. I'm in love with that cat picture, that Fenton vase, that Bill Campbell piece, that raccoon, the other cat hand painted picture, and then all the other, you know, the pottery and all that stuff. I feel like this is kind of a decent little haul. I did have more pulled out here. I knew that there was going to be a lot more in these boxes than we were going to get through, but I just pulled a few of them forward and figured, let's go with it. Let's see what we can get through. And here we are. So it was fun to do this with you guys again. I enjoyed doing the unboxing videos with you guys. And I am planning on next Saturday doing it as a live stream. And I'm curious for you guys, because I was kind of thinking maybe we would do it like at 6 or 7 o'clock in the evening, my time central. But obviously, I can't meet everybody's schedule, but I just kind of was curious on a Saturday, you know, where most people would kind of fall. You know, would they be interested in doing it more like at noon? Would more people prefer around noon versus 5, 6, 7 o'clock? You know, I'm just curious, and that way I can try to kind of hit as many of you as you're available at one time as possible. All right, I'm going to quit rambling. I'm going to get this dog out here to go catch his fish before he just comes undone completely. And I will catch y'all on the next one.